Hey guys, it's a History Nerd, and we are back with a view of the sea. With another episode of Panzer Corps. Now, before recording, I went through and I just did my usual upgrade everybody back up to full strength, and upgrade our tanks. So now our Panzer 3s are Panzer 3Ns. They got some more armor, some more guns, some more good stuff. Our Panzer 4s are now Panzer 4Gs, so we're not quite at the Tiger yet, but we're getting close. And then critically, our little Panzer Jager, whatever it was, the little one, this guy, the Panzer Jager 1B, who's been with us since the first day of Poland, finally we got upgraded tank destroyers. We got it up to a Stug 3 Aus F, just to give you an idea of the improvement. We can see the fuel tank shrunk. No, not even. The fuel tank got bigger. Carries a bit less ammo. But, anti-tank is better. Everything's better. So, we're loaded. We're good. We're set. Now we just gotta figure out how we're gonna do this. Because that's the real trick here. Is, a decisive victory on this map isn't gonna be easy. Sorry, as I move things around, a marginal victory is going to be tough enough against these darn Russians. Trying to come down here and get all of these objectives is not going to be easy. We're going to have to fight through quite a few Russian towns to even try and get there. Unless we do something that I've never done before on this map, but do a little land or naval invasion to try and take these guys, which is going to get tricky down here, but we'll figure out a way. We'll figure out a way to make this work, I hope. So yeah, taking a look at the forces we've got for that, we got some infantry, some grenadiers, that's looking good, and really what we need is just some artillery. Thankfully I've got a gun to spare, but that's pretty much all I'm going to want to devote to this area, because we're going to need most of our forces for the push on Stalingrad, which is, let's face it, the main objective. Everything basically north of this line is going to be needed to be taken. So, yeah, it's going to be tough. And like I say, that's where the main brunt of our forces are going to have to be. But thankfully, we got some spare units there that we're going to use, because, most of our forces are going to be on the front. Speaking of, let's try out our new tank destroyer. Right there. We'll put our little Panzer 3 down there. We'll put our fancy Panzer 4 up there. And in fact, let's get this little northern thrust done. I don't even know if we're going to need artillery on it, if I'm honest. Famous last words, I realize. Let's get a Pioneer. No, those are Fallschirmjägers. Let's get a Pioneer. Come on, let's get a Pioneer. Man, if I can't click, that is not a good sign for things to come. That should be a fairly decent force, especially if we keep an artillery piece close to them, although that really only leaves one for the main thrust there, which kind of sucks. But, you know what? We'll just have to live with it. I don't want to load my armor on this side to go after that BT-7. We'll take an anti-aircraft cannon, that is for sure. I wonder if we should bring one down here. Might not be a bad idea. We don't have much in the way of air defense. Well, we've got tons of planes, but, I don't know how many planes I want to deploy here. Because we are going to need air support, that is for sure. I think what we'll do is just the usual 109, which have been upgraded to the G, one Stuka, which is still the D, and then our big heavy bomber. That should cover us for Air Force. We can always add more if we need to later. That's not a concern. Infantry there, and then basically just infantry down here. Alright. And we got some more infantry we can put in place, too. I guess, we're not really going to be able to support this naval landing, but I'm noticing there's a lot of mountains. So I may perhaps send What? That's just a regular infantry unit? Okay, well those guys can stay up here. I might send my mountain troops with the naval invasion. We'll see if this naval invasion is even going to work. And in fact... we'll leave those guys there and put them on... well, this southern flank here is looking pretty weak. We'll leave those guys there, put them in. I guess we could get the Fallschirmjägers, but I really wouldn't mind having a bit more of a force down in the south here. And we've got, what, 5 slots? Okay, so we got enough to do this, and we've got plenty of renown to do this as well. So we'll take a 21-centimeter cannon, which is freaking huge. Infantry. No, we're not going to buy any Hungarian or Romanian troops because we can't. Well, we'll get some... what is the advantage to these guys compared to that? Slightly better. Okay. It is going to be expensive, but we'll start getting our troops some half-tracks. Why not? We'll get definitely some pioneers. And we got 2 more. We got a cannon, we got pioneers, we got some infantry. It seems crazy, but it is against Russia, so let's get some tanks going, or at least some anti-tanks. I only have 1 unit of anti-tank, and now that they're actually fairly good, we'll get a Stug, and we will actually get a big tank as well. Why not? We will go with a... we'll go with the Panzer 4G. It's the best anti-tank tank we've got. So that's the setup. What's the plan? Well, these guys are obviously going to secure their objectives here, hop on a boat, secure this objective, and then start pushing south. That's really the plan with those guys. I think that's the quickest way to do it. This main thrust of troops is just going to sweep across. This group up here is going to go north and then flank down. It might even go all the way like east and then flank down. That might not be a bad idea. Cut off some kind of reinforcements for them. That's the thinking anyway. We'll see how this goes. Let's get this attack started, shall we? So we have to capture all objectives except the Caucasus, which is Maikop, Grozny, and Baku. So that's these guys that I've got a whole other plan for, because you need to. This map is freaking huge. So without further ado, let's get this push started, shall we? We shall. So we can see they got some artillery, some anti-tank weapons down there. None of that's really a concern. We've got a nice big cannon on rails, which we will utilize to full effect. And unfortunately, it's a bit crowded down here. As you can see, it's going to be awkward getting our troops into position. Let's get you there. And we'll transfer you to the C group next time. And let's do a little bit of scouting, shall we? There is an airfield here, so let's see what they've got. Not much. So let's take our Stuka, use it there. Let's take our big bomber, use it on the town. We'll then take our Panzer IV. Careful, of course, of that anti-tank gun. So we'll get some infantry to block that. And then we can get our Stug down. And finish off that tank. That is great. We'll get you up close. That's a bit of a concern. But we'll deal with that shortly. And we might as well attack that anti-tank. Holy crap, 5? I guess these guys are fresh recruits, so I shouldn't expect greatness from them. And you know what? That's okay. We'll get that guy positioned like that. And like that. That should be good for the south. Let's start punching holes in their recon. So far, so good. Yes, that's what I'd like to see, because now we can take the Panzer IV and go fully up. Right next to artillery? Well, hell, that ain't bad. Of course, we noticed that they've got a tank there, but... you know, we're in a good position. Yeah, we'll get you up like that. I wonder if we can get any infantry around. Probably not. But we can get some units in. And of course I've moved everybody beforehand. So we're not actually going to be able to take the city if we wipe out the defending forces, but we'll be in a good position to take it next turn. And that's okay. We can let that slide for a little bit. Oh, hello, you're dead. And we can move our anti-air up. Not too far, but up enough to be supportive. And now we're just going to grind our troops against this armored car, which appears to be doing a fairly good job of mowing through them. But, hey, we got the numbers advantage, suckers. Deal with it, Russia. Alright, so that's the middle, well, I guess the center thrust going, and now we've got the northern thrust. We should move that guy down. There we go. With a bit more armor than I was hoping to see up here. Well, we've got enough in the south to take care of that guy. So we might as well get this guy to go for this T-34. And it should be a bit of a slug, there's no question about that, but Panzer IVGs should be better than a T-34, in my head anyway. Whether that's actually true or not, I have no idea, but that's what I'm thinking. So now we can just get our forces in to start pushing on this little town here. And Pioneers, if you can make it without turning into a... Okay. Yeah, you can turn into a truck, because you're behind the lines. That's fine. That about does it for turn 1. That's the first turn of the assault in Stalingrad. Things seem to be going okay. At least the anti-air ability of that big bomber is pretty decent. And already we're replacing an infantry unit, so that's a pain. But that's okay. We'll do what we have to. Suck on that, T-34. You can't even kill infantry? Come on. Yes, this area is well defended. Which is precisely why I'm nervous about getting an absolute victory on this stage. So let's head down to Sevastopol. We know how much the Russians like Sevastopol, so it's not a surprise they're going to be particularly well defended. We can't really get you around, but we can move you down and start pounding, quite honestly, that fortress. And get you down, and we can move you into a sort of better position to cover everything in case the Russian Air Force decides to come south. We'll see. You can get on your boat. Naval, please. Thank you. And we'll see how this goes. No covering force, so hopefully nobody comes along and attacks us. Yeah, defense 2, I like that. Let's move you down to that. And let's move you to the big KV-1s, because, yeah, those are going to be a pain. We need to... Oh, damn it. Well, we can't really pull you back. We have to, because otherwise you'll just get destroyed. And we'll have to get the infantry in to try and do some damage to this anti-tank gun. But my god, this anti-tank gun could be a anti-unit gun, really. With the abilities that it's showing at killing infantry. And we got you. Yes, we'll get you in position up there. This is already turning into a bit of a quagmire that I'm not pleased with. But let's put it out of our mind. We've done all we can to it now. And we'll just concentrate on getting the Russian tanks out of the way here while we push further up to see what's going on in the world today. Oh, why did I move you? That is frustrating. We can probably kill it with artillery, though. Nope, we can't. Okay, that's fine. We'll get that, though. We will get that, so you can take that. And then we can get the rest of these forces moving in to this town. Might as well get you to replace your losses. Get you guys marching. Yeah, we could probably use some forces down here. Don't want to pop them, too many of them, into trucks just yet. Because who knows what forces are going to come from the east. I don't want to have to deal with any of it. That took that problem out. We'll hop on into that and then get ourselves ready for this objective, which is nicely defended by a KB-1. That's okay. We'll get our tanks up and we can probably flank around. Keyword there is, of course, probably. 6! Ouch! Those guys are dug in very well. That sucks. We need to replace a lost infantry unit, so we will do that right away. There we go. Some fresh troops for the grinder. And I think that about covers it. Moved all my airplanes. I did. What little I have. Yes, that's exactly what I wanted to see, was a big freaking railgun. Perfect. And not a railgun as in like fancy new technology, of course, just a gun that's on the rails. KV-1 getting a little bit aggressive there. Good. They're good on the defense, not good on the offense. Panzer 3L and a Stug 3F8. Looks like we could be doing some upgrades if we want to, but at the moment... Oh, that's a second K... I thought that was the same KB-1. That's getting dangerous. Those are big tanks. Haha, take that, armored car. How are we going to want to do... We're going to want to get our infantry away from that freaking big tank. That's how we're going to want to do this. We can shift our forces up. No damage, eh? That does suck. Let's get you up there. And, get you back up. Attack. Get you to capture that little town, get you to replace your losses, and now we can focus on Milorovo, and we can get that once we take that. This is the trick, right? This has just turned into a freaking horrible situation. And, yeah. We need to do something to take care of all this. Stuka needs to come home. We might as well use you on that. And is there a way? There is a way to position this guy there to cover our bombers, which is going to be important. Ooh, the Knight's Cross. We're going to want to make sure those guys don't die. Let's see here. We'll finish that off. And now what do? We need to repair you. And I don't necessarily want to send you against that KV-1. Not that that was really any better. That's suicide. It's all suicide. They are too well defended here. We're just going to have to keep throwing meat into the grinder, I guess. Yeah, I don't know why I actually confirmed that assault. Good. The artillery scared it off. That's exactly what I was hoping for. Right. That is not a good situation. Ah, shit. Oh, that could have been worse, I suppose. Yeah, let's get you in. Let's get you guys into position. Let's get this thing started, shall we? Move up. Get our anti-air down so we can actually try and combat what little air force they've got up here. Get our guys moving around. We could probably use a little bit of help in the north here, actually. So we'll send the Pioneers and another unit of infantry, see if we can get them across and attack the town from behind. Yeah, right. And let's get you moving. We'll see how dangerous this is going to be. Hopefully they don't attack. I don't think they can, but you never know. Okay, now we can start working down this cannon. There we go. And that cuts a lot of their artillery down to just the fort. And if it's just going to be the fort, we should be able to take Sevastopol quite quickly, provided we don't lose everybody. Nobody down here, other than the artillery too, can be replaced if lost, so that's kind of a big concern when it comes to that sector of the map. We don't want to take any losses. Next turn. Those damn Katyushas may make the most annoying sound I've ever heard in my life. There is something I was worried about. So with their naval presence and our inability to get any sort of naval presence, I think we're going to aim for a marginal victory here, guys. Because there's just no way we'll be able to get the guys down there. Plus, capture all objectives with at least 10 turns remaining? That's not going to happen. So yeah, we're aiming for a marginal victory. So all we really care about in this sector then is just taking Sevastopol. And in that case, we can get some replacement units, can't we? I thought with those guys getting sunk, I'd be able to replace them. Apparently not. Okay, well, let's get our Stuka rebuilt. And figure out what the heck we're going to do here. Can we neutralize them? No. Let's move you out of the way and clear that guy out. Good, he surrendered. That's exactly what I was hoping for. Get you around and start attacking that artillery. They've got artillery stacked on artillery, though, so that's going to be a bit of a pain. And then we'll get you down here, and that's still suicidal. Good. Move you up and attack that guy. The one advantage we've got here is that they don't have any anti-aircraft, and they're slowly running out of units, too. So that's all good. We're going to move... No, we're going to leave you there. Now, we're going to have to take out that anti-aircraft to actually be able to get ourselves around. A defensive 2 is good. I like that. We'll take the airfield and start hitting the other piece of artillery they've got. I think we can sneak these guys around if we wanted to. This guy is in need of some serious replacements, though. So we'll have to do it old school like this. That is still too much damage I don't want to take attacking a city. Ugh. We'll have to flank around. It shouldn't take us too much longer to get around there. We'll even send some more infantry to help. And, then we're gonna have to secure that place too. Ugh. This is gonna be a mess. It's a mess. The rest of these guys, I wonder, it would probably be best to send them down here to assist. Well, not the rest, just those two guys. That seems far too dangerous. Let's get you guys up. And let's just try and kill this guy sitting in a riverbed. Almost dead. That's good. As is that guy. We can get our tanks moving and our infantry starting to cross. You need to replace your losses. You guys need to get up and ready. Yeah, let's take them down to normal strength. And that should be enough infantry. Still, if it isn't, we'll get these guys to cross the stream and come up at a later date. Eesh. I do not like that. You need to resupply, which sucks. But at least we've got our other big gun here to do nothing, really. And we'll get you taken care of. Capture the objective. And lose units as we pound into that fortress. That's not good. We're going to need air cover to take care of that. And we don't have the air cover to spare, because I need infantry in this assault. Still, could be worse, I guess. We are at least making progress, so that's good. Yes, that big gun is finally out of ammunition. Haha, attacking machine gunners? Come on. Oh good, they're retreating their own infantry. I'm okay with that. Get out of here. Perfect. Oh, come on. One left. Let's see if we can just finish off these few units. Looks like we can. Let's take that city. Replace your losses. And, well, you're safe there. Let's get this attack started. Ugh, I don't even want to deal with taking Rostov. That's not even anything that I want to have to deal with. That is crappy. Right. Send you there. One? My god, my Air Force. They're not going to last long. Let's get this guy down here, see if he can assist in the attack on this fortress. That's not going to help. That's not going to help. And I'm betting that guy won't help either. So what we're going to need to do is get these guys moving over to here, because there's probably some kind of defensive fortification or defensive unit there just waiting to come across and retake Sevastopol. I'll have to make sure that doesn't happen. There we go. Now we're getting some hits in our favor against this KV-1. And now they are out of ammunition, which is good. We can't do any damage to them, but at least they're out of ammo. Those poor guys are going to be taking some serious hits. Thank you, Romania, for being a friend. What are we going to do? We still can't assault there. Give me that. And we're just going to have to leave these guys sitting and waiting. I don't like doing that, but there's really not much else I can do. Move you closer. We can probably just finish this guy off here. I don't like leaving a tank there, but we had to kill that KV-1. There was no question about that, so... But now we're getting ourselves into a position where we can actually... Oh, yeah, you guys have to cross the river. That makes sense. There we go. We're getting ourselves into a position where Voronezh should fall. So that's good. And we can get these guys motoring across the plains of Russia. And I think that's going to be about it. Looks like it. Let's go ahead and end the turn. Yeah. That's not a good spot for a tank to be going up against a much bigger tank. Hello, surprise, we're here. Good. Make them feel it. We're actually getting pretty close to Stalingrad here. That's not bad. A Martyr 3H Aus H. Don't really need to concern ourselves with that just yet. Probably a waste of an artillery shot, but I don't really care. We gotta do what we gotta do. Let's clear out that armor car. Take the airfield, and then start getting ourselves into a position to assault the city. We don't need that much infantry to assault the city either, so we can just start sending these guys over here, actually. And then once we secure that northern town of Saratov, it's just a matter of a good, strong push into Stalingrad, and we should get ourselves a minor objective, or a, not a minor, well, yeah, a minor victory, relatively easily. In theory, anyway, that's the way it should be working. Those guys are dug in fairly decently. Let's get you there, just so if you want to come over here, we'll be able to get you from 3 sides. I'm watching you, KV-1. I don't necessarily want to assault from a riverbed. And since it's going to be a little bit longer till we hit that city, we might as well get our pioneers going as well. Those guys shouldn't last too much longer. Looks like they were unable to resupply their KV-1. That is good news. And now the tables are starting to turn here. We still have quite a lot of enemy artillery to deal with, but we can slowly get it working down. And you guys need to replace your losses like crazy. Let's see if the Stuka was the right choice. I don't think it was. It looks like the only thing that's going to be able to bust this fortress is unfortunately that massive railgun. It's red now, so I'm not thinking we'll be able to get much in the way of shots off on that. So let's get our units switching over, and we'll just have to keep hitting it. What are we dealing with? 15 conscripts. That's fine. We've got real infantry, not just conscripted people who don't want to be here. I don't imagine too many Germans want to be where they are right now. But it's for the greater good, lads. Which is a strange thing to say about Hitler's Germany. But it's a video game. You gotta do what you gotta do. Right. Look at that. Iron crosses all around. We are getting some good trained units here. Oh, I didn't want to do that. What I want to do is resupply. There we go. He can still be used to hit that, so it's good to have him there. You can hit something? Hit that then. And can we start? I don't really want to start the assault on this town. That's going to be crazy to have to deal with. We can move that guy in, though, and start hitting that. That is a good idea, so we'll do it. Oh, good, yes, the Navy ships that I can't hit. No return fire? I guess you're out of ammunition. How would you return fire? Movement bonus, that's good. Alright, let's head to the south and finish off the peninsula here. Well, maybe not finish it off, but do something about it. And we will actually move you nice and close to protect you. That is really just a waste of Stuka ordnance. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. We'll keep you in the area then. Hold on. Let's be smart about this. See if I can't. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Get all my units in. We'll just capture that city and we're on our way. I'm going to start getting that artillery piece moving. I'm going to replace your losses, and we are going to get you to fly home to resupply next turn. You've taken some damage, so let's get that fixed. Let's move you up and start hitting. What? That. Advance you up, get our Stug in there. Slowly whittling that crap down. Probably could have just done an assault with the Pioneers and taken them out in one swell swoop, or one swift swoop, or whatever you want to call it. I didn't do it. Send you down there. We could probably use the infantry support to take that stupid freaking city. Let's get you guys replace, resupply, replace. And yeah, well, we might as well. We're kind of stalling on this front anyway while we get the guns up. So we'll do that. You could do with the resupply as well. And let's get some of our tank units across. And in fact, to open it up to more infantry assaults, let's get you in. We're so very close to taking this town. We're going to take it this turn. Nothing's going to stop us. Except for maybe movement. That might be the only thing, but it's not. That is great. Replace your losses. Replace your losses. And let's get you guys going this direction, shall we? What have we got there? Some conscripts? Not a concern. We can get you moving up. So let's just advance you, start getting an idea of what kind of defenses the Russians have around Stalingrad here. And I think that's that for that. Yep, we're good. I think what I'm going to do is leave the episode here for today. So, thumbs up if you've enjoyed this episode. Leave your comments, questions, concerns, thoughts, jokes, musings, what have you below. Thank you all very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.